Hi y'all, it's me. I'm here with a small project share and a small tutorial, and I am using a free digital kit that I got at Shabby Art Boutique. I will link it down below. You need to sign up for her newsletter in order to get access to the freebies section of her blog, and she will, when you get the newsletter, it'll have a code in there that you put on when you go to the freebies link, and then you'll be able to get in. It changes often, so you have to make sure to sign up for the newsletter to get the codes as they change. um, I'm in her monthly club that she has. If you're a member of the monthly club, the craft room, you get a free digital kit that's not available to the public, which is really awesome. She only opens the club, I believe, twice a year or maybe once a year for people to sign up. So if you get in, it's great. It's $9 a month and you get freebies and special instructions by her and different things on that, in that group. There's also a private Facebook group for it. And I'm not her designer or anything. I'm just giving you the information in case you would like it. And I happened to find out about this particular freebie kit because I was watching one of the people I subscribe to on YouTube. Her name is Lori. She's Shabby Chic Sunday, and she was using it to make a project. And I saw the collection and like going, oh, that's so cute. And I'm already a member, so and I can get to her freebies. So I'm gonna go print it out. So I did, and I came up with a project. But I want to show you the papers that you get for free first, and then you can go from there. And Carrie Ann has a ton of freebie stuff on her website, her blog, so you want to check it out. She does have an Etsy shop too. She sells kits that are gorgeous, shabby chic style. So this one is a pink background with white polka dots, and you can see it has the spiders faintly all around the edges there. So that's the first sheet you get. This is the next one you get, which is super adorable. It's got so much going on. It has some lace on the top, some polka dots, text, music, happy Halloween. You've got spider webs. You've got a big floral cluster here. You've got a diagonal plaid with stars on it, this cute girly kitten. There's polka dots there, some more text, and candelabra with these roses. Some more text here, and I see a face in here, right here, and I'll show it to you on my project, because when I was doing it, I was going, ooh, that, I don't know if that's intentional, but that definitely looks like a little face staring at you. But anyhow, that's one of the freebies. And then the last one is a cut apart sheet, and you get these elements here that you can cut apart, and I've used all of them except for maybe this one and one other one. I think the rose I didn't use. Everything else I did use. So I did have one here, but I had to use it, so I cut it out. But you'll see that on my project. So let me show you what I made. And this started out as a file folder project, but it didn't work. I was trying to come up with something and it didn't work. So I resulted into an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I'm calling it a one sheet wonder, because you can do this with one sheet of paper minus the decorative stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. So I will show you how to do the base of this when I'm done. I won't decorate it with you or put it together. I'm just going to show you how to cut it so you know how to make one. So basically what I have here is in the front, I used the girl from the cut apart sheet and the sentiment. That's the one I cut out. I cut it into two pieces in black. I backed everything on black cardstock. I thought it just looked, popped it out better. Then I put some jemmies there and basically just raised her up on some foam. You don't want to make the profile too high, because as you can see, it's very narrow. You can put this in the mail with a gift card to someone. You can decorate these for holidays, Christmas, whatever you want, Valentine's Day, and not only give a gift card, but then you have a place to write a message or include photos or whatever you want to do. Send happy mail to your friend with die cuts inside. So the first part of this, it's a little pocket, and in the pocket I have one of the cut aparts I backed on the black, and I used it as a pull for the tag that comes in the cut apart sheet right there, and I stamped on the back just so it wouldn't be boring, but a place you could add some journaling. But you could also add the gift card here, and there is other ways to do this, and I will show that when I do the tutorial. So this will flop open like that, and now I have this area where I can journal or add a picture or whatever. This came from the collection cut apart. This is just a foam spider that I had in my stash, and I added some trim here. Then this piece right here, this is, by the way, held with magnet. You don't have to, but I did. I put 2 magnets, one here and one up here, to hold this piece closed. And then this one drops down here. And now you have these 2 sections where you can add more pictures or whatever, or make pocket, and like I did with some of the element from the collection, and I made just a tag that I cut out of the paper. And it just sits in there with some baker's twine on it. The kitty's there, and of course you can embellish this further, but I wanted to keep it as flat as possible. Then this one opens up here, and now you have the full view of what it looks like. I used a couple of the cut aparts here just for the top, the witch's hat and the Happy Halloween, which are backed with black, and the pumpkins here, same thing, and raised on pop dots. The rest I left plain. I thought it was super cute, just like it is. And so basically that's how it goes together, like this. And then on the back I just used some of the paper from the collection. So as I show you, I'm going to explain a few other things as we go along, but let me pull out my scoreboard so that I can just show you how to cut the paper and do whatever you need to do to it to make it work. So we're going to start with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and we're going to start on the 4 1/4 inch or the 8.5 side and score at 4 1/4 inches. So we're just going to do that, go down all the way down, score that entire length of the 11 inches. Then we're going to rotate our paper, and we're going to cut it or score it at the 5 3/4 mark all the way down, just like we did the first score line. We're going to come over to the 10.5 inch, and we're basically just going to score from this to the 4 1/4 line right here. We're not going any further, just halfway, right there. Okay, so those are the only scoring that you need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way, and then we'll cut. Sorry. So basically all the dotted lines are where we're going to cut. So the first one I'm going to cut is up here, because I'm going to completely cut this off. That's why I have the X's there, so you can see that we're going to completely cut this section off right here. There we go. So that's our first piece. Then we're going to cut this side. Now all your cuts are pretty much made on this side of the paper, so just keep that in mind as you're cutting your paper. And again, you want to do this carefully and neat. I'm just doing it for the tutorial. So now what we first have is this section right here that folds over, and that would be the back section of this book right here. See this part right there? So that's what we just did. So we want to, of course, you want to use your bone folder. Make sure you crisp all your creases down really nicely. And now we're going to come to this part down here. The part where I didn't give you a measurement here, because this is a really awkward measurement. It's not, I think it was like 9/16, and I know people hate those kind of measurements. So basically all you need is to find your half point. You can eyeball it, which I did, or if you have one of these centering rulers, you can lay that down to figure out where the halfway mark is. It's up to you how you want to get to that point, but I just eyeball it. I didn't make it anything special. So I'm going to cut just to the halfway mark right there, and then this piece will be folded. So this half right here, we're going to fold this one up just like that. See that? That's up. So now you have what would be considered this part, well, minus this, but that's where you're at so far. And then for the pocket, the tag pocket, you're just going to take that one that you, if I can separate it, and you're going to fold it down halfway. That one you cut just in half. So now you have this piece, and that's the piece that flaps over where the tag goes in. So now we have all the pieces done, and you can see how that came together. Now what I want to explain to you is a few things. You can, to do it the way I did it, you're going to add some adhesive here, and you're just going to make this be your tag pocket, right? If you wanted, you could do that. That's one way. And then you could also glue here and here, and you could make this a pocket instead. If you didn't want it to flap open, it could just be a pocket and then a tag there. Or you don't have to do the tag at all. You can leave it as is. You could also take this flap, and if you want to, you can come this way and you can leave it like that, make this a pocket, and then make this piece go up and down, and just leave it like that, and maybe have a magnet over here. It's so many different ways to do that, so I'm leaving that up to you. What I also wanted to mention to you is that you want to make sure that you have what's the word? If you want to do magnets, do your magnets. But if you don't want to do magnets, then I suggest that you you just add a ribbon. Sorry, I'm lost my train of thought. Before you adhere your panel, this one, you want to add a ribbon underneath your paper, and then a ribbon underneath this back paper, and you can tie it closed if you don't want to do the magnets. But you may not need to. It just depends how chunky you get it. As you can see, mine isn't chunky at all, so it would technically stay by itself. I just chose to put the magnets because I just wanted it to be a finished project. So that's how you do it. That's how I came up with this. I just sat here and cut the paper until it made sense. And I came up with this cute little project. So be sure and check out Carrie Ann's blog. I'll link it down below. Get your freebies. Check out her freebie files. She's got, like I said, so much to choose from. And until next time, do what makes you happy. Bye for now.